This is DeerTech TV. Welcome to another week of DeerTech TV. We're kicking the show off with one of the most trusted names in the outdoors, Browning, specifically Browning trail cameras. With the growing popularity of cell cameras on the market, paired with the usually spotty service out on the back 40, it can be difficult to decide what cell provider to choose when purchasing a new cell camera. Well, Browning is tackling that issue head on and putting the power of flexibility in your hands.
Let's face it, guys, when you go to the store and you're picking out a cell camera, it's almost overwhelming. I mean, they got shelf space as big as the wall behind me with all different cell cameras. How do you pick one out? You know, you can look at trigger speed, you can look at megapixels, you can look at cell cameras versus traditional trail cameras versus, you know, it's endless. Flash, do you want a flash? Do you want a black flash? Do you want a red flash? The list is endless about the capabilities of these cell cameras. For me, it's all about three key things. I want a high-performing camera, one that takes great pictures, fast trigger speed, all those things that add up to the performance of the camera. The other thing is, I want that at an affordable price. I don't want to be spending $500 on one single trail camera. The last point, I like small cameras because I'm always worried about somebody finding my cameras, or I'm worried about the deer seeing them, so I like a smaller version of a camera. My friend Tom Rainey is going to tell you all about the new Browning Trail Camera series out this year.
Hey everybody, Tom Rainey here from Browning Trail Cameras, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about the Strike Force HD Max Plus Trail Camera, new for 2021. As most of you know, the Strike Force series of trail cameras is traditionally our best-selling line of trail cameras, and we expect that to be no different this year with 4 new amazing innovations on the Strike Force HD Max Plus Trail Camera. The first of those innovations is that this camera is now capable of capturing up to 20 megapixel images, and this year it has an adjustable trigger speed setting that ranges from 0.135 seconds to 0.7 seconds. It also has a 0.5 second recovery time and records up to 900p HD videos with sound. There's an adjustable flash range on this camera with 3 settings: fast motion, economy, and long range that can reach out up to 100 feet. There's also an adjustable detection range on this camera that reaches out up to 80 feet. And you'll always get long battery life from Browning trail cameras, and on this particular model it only requires 6 AA batteries. Something else that's new for this year is the battery meter functions with not just alkaline batteries, but rechargeable or lithium batteries as well. In addition to all of those things, you'll get the traditional features that you've come to know and love with all of your Browning trail cameras. Whether it be multi-shot images, rapid-fire images, the IllumiSmart technology, or the innovative Time-Lapse Plus camera mode, you'll appreciate all the performance you'll get out of this Browning trail camera this year. And once again, that is the Browning Trail Camera Strike Force HD Max Plus Trail Camera, new for 2021.
You're watching DeerTech TV.
Welcome to Texas, DeerTech style. Today we got the Maverick blinds. We had a Maverick blind send a couple blinds down, and we're hunting in Texas with a good friend Keith Miller. He operates Texas Trophy Whitetails. It's spring, we're not whitetail hunting, we're axis deer hunting. If you guys are looking for an out of this world type of hunt for an axis deer, this is the place to go. They got tons of bucks, you're gonna see them. And now all that we have to do is get this baby all the way out in the field. The official way to move a Maverick blind is just to get inside, put your hands up, and just start walking. Guess it really wasn't that far. Come on inside, check this thing out. All right, obviously we didn't set this up to bow hunt. It's right next to the house. Literally the axis deer are gonna come a couple hundred yards away, so it's set up for a gun blind. But I just wanted to take a minute and talk about the XL and what I really like about it. First off, size. This thing is absolutely huge. I'm a dad, I like to hunt with my kids. I could have 2 of my kids in here easily, if not all 3. But if you're a bow hunter, you know, and you're in a ground blind, look at this. I mean, I literally have access all the way around. By sitting in the middle, I can shoot out of any window. The windows, I want to take a minute to talk about the windows. The windows are all tinted. So therefore, the animals can't see in that good. I'm gonna take it one step further, and on my home ones, I'm gonna make sure I got a curtain over them so that the light doesn't go all the way through the blind. Because you know, even in this blind, you know no deer's coming from over there. That's where the lodge is. So all the animals are gonna be out in front of us. I don't wanna be silhouetted in the window, so I'm gonna black those out. But I love the windows. They're oversized. They're perfect for bow hunters because it gives you a huge window to be able to shoot through. I mean, the old windows were probably at least 8 inches shorter than this, and there wasn't as many of them. With them making the blind bigger, it gives you so much more room. They're available in black, brown, or green. The ones I have home in Wisconsin are all black, but I can guarantee you why they don't have a black one down in Texas here, because it would be like burning hot. It'd be an oven. But they also have some really simple features. There's replaceable windows that actually have a solar powered fan in that you can have put the air so it either goes out of the blind or in the blind. That way it's gonna keep that airflow in the blind. And you know, as a hunter, you won't get overheated. Let's face it, we're in Texas. It's supposed to be 105 degrees. It's going to be hot. Another advantage these Mavericks have over pop-ups, yeah, they're a little bit more expensive, but pop-ups, if you get snow like we do in the Midwest, you always break those stakes. Or the wind, you have to worry about the wind that's gonna pick them up and blow them away. These, I like to call them semi-permanent because you can move them, but the advantage over a redneck or a Banks or any of those other type of big box blinds are, those are extremely heavy and they're extremely expensive. I can buy 3 of these for probably the price of what I can get for one of those other blinds. Therefore, I'd rather have 3 blinds than just one really nice blind. These are clamshell. The other thing that I didn't mention, they come together in 2 pieces. So, and there's a rain flange, so no water's gonna come in the inside. But again, that even makes it more movable. So if you're gonna put this in the middle of the woods, build it in the woods. Don't try to put it together here and, you know, have a 6.5 foot blind that you got to try to get through the woods. I'm going to have mine half that size, so 3 foot, and 2 guys can easily carry it in and put it up right in the field. Check out Maverick blinds.
Quality optics are an essential item in every hunter's gear bag. They need to be rugged, comfortable, lightweight, and with quality glass. All too often, this means setting aside a couple of mortgage payments each time you need a new rifle scope. Well, Burris created a new value line of optics where you can have your cake and eat it too.
Hey guys, welcome to DeerTech. Today I want to talk about a couple products that you may have never heard from Burris, and that's the Drop Tine series. You know, it used to be a guy would buy a rifle, and you buy a $1,000 rifle, and you'd want to put the best scope on it possible, and you're spending way too much money. The optics today have gotten so much better. I can buy this Drop Tine scope, which is perfect for the average whitetail hunter, no matter where you're from. But I can easily shoot 100, and if you take your time and figure out the reticle, you probably can get 500 yards out of this. And I guarantee you, most whitetail hunters in the nation kill whitetails 200 yards or less, and most of them are under 100 yards. But what I'm really impressed are the binocs. You know, a lot of times a guy spends a lot of money on their pair of binocs, and the quality of the optics is great on them, but the quality of this, you know, I want to call it value type of product, is unbelievable. So this pair of binocs, if I bought these 10 years ago, they're probably going to be $1,000. So if you think about this, the value in buying these, not only, what I like to do personally, I have kids that hunt. So we always go out there, and I can't tell you how many times, Dad, hand me your binocs, hand me your binocs. And you just spend so much time passing them back and forth. And then my eye relief's a little bit different than theirs. And we spend so much time. I like to have each one of their kids with their own pair of binocs. I'm not spending $4,000 to do that. I have 4 kids. So, you know, if you're looking for value, this is a great way to outfit them. They're really nice to feel, the drop tine. It's got a good, you know, it just feels like a quality glass. And then when you look at it, you won't be disappointed. You can see in low light. I had a chance to play with these last night. And I was really impressed, especially in those low light situations. It's kind of funny, we're hunting an axis deer, but I was actually glassing turkeys before they jumped up. And I knew there was 3 toms out there. And I knew in the dark, it'd be hard to tell which ones were the toms and which ones were the jakes. And I could easily see the beards even against the black feathers. So it told me in low light situations, these are gonna be easy to see that whitetail buck or doe. Check out the drop tine series from Burris. They say these optics are worth their weight in meat, and I believe it is.
Welcome back to DeerTech TV. Now we head to Illinois with land management expert Steve Bartylla as he shares a special management hunt with his daughter, Beth.
There simply is nothing as enjoyable as taking a loved one out hunting. And what we're going to do today is we're going hunting with my oldest daughter, Elizabeth. Elizabeth has been traipsing around the woods. To be brutally honest with you, my favorite hunt in my entire life was taking her out turkey hunting when she was 5 years old. Every single time I'd call, she'd sit in that blind, stifling a giggle. And then she'd look up at me like all guilty like. And finally, and I, like an idiot, would turn, Beth, you do that. We're not gonna see any turkeys. 4 or 5 times, and finally it dawned on me, Steve, you are being an idiot. Give her the call. Gave her the call. She called in ways that had to have scared every turkey within a 4-county radius. And I have never laughed so hard in my life. And now, many, well over 20 years later, it still comes up at least once a month. That is what I'm going to go do today with my daughter. We're going to go out and we're going to try to get her a management buck. And I'll tell you what, honestly, it doesn't even matter if we do. So, with that, let's go join me and my daughter for our annual deer hunt. The scene is actually a property that I manage. It is a isolated food plot that is hunted 3 or 4 times a year. Mainly its purpose is to attract and hold deer. Now, I don't follow the same rules of sanctuaries as the purists do. To me, this is a sanctuary, hunted at most 3 times a year. I go ahead and I save these opportunities for when everything is lining up right. And I'll be honest with you, there isn't much that's a heck of a lot more important to me than my daughter getting a deer. So we are headed to this isolated food plot that is a combination of some honey hole brassicas and a whole bunch of fall, winter, spring cereal rye and lights out oats.
feel for the first time since I became a hunter calm enough to appreciate what this is. And it feels really good to know that I'm going to have meat this year and that it's coming from a sustainable source that's healthy. And I'm pretty sure I smoked him.
Oh, you smoked him. I'm pretty sure about it.
Every single time she turns around and looks at me with just such dire concern. Did I get it? Yeah, Beth, you got it.